Hello everyone, this is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. I'm giving you a little bit of an extra show to show you the streets of Los Angeles during this supposed lockdown. We're at La Brea, and there's Melrose right there. I am at Pink's, world famous Pink's. I'll show you a clip of what Pink's looks like when I get done talking. Across the street on La Brea, you can see they already boarded up. They boarded up some buildings. I guess they're worried about civil unrest. There are a few places like that. I hear they're doing that in Manhattan also. Well, this is what you get when Eric Garcetti, the mayor, down the street there, he says what I'm doing here is illegal. I'm being defiant here. Of course I'm defiant. Defiance over compliance, baby. Defiance over compliance, baby. So Eric Garcetti is encouraging people. The videos have come out. He says to snitch. To snitch. To snitch on me doing this. Are you gonna snitch on me doing this, people? LA, wake up. LA, baby. All right, so yeah, it's unbelievable. We've gotten to that point, and some people are cheering him on. Some people are cheering him on. And what I'm doing is against the edict, against their rules. You can't just make a video of yourself outside. You gotta be doing something. No, what I'm doing now is I'm making a video. Is that against the law to make a video? Maybe now, who knows? So this area, my synagogue that I go to, which all synagogues are shut down now, is right up the block here. But I want to say something, this is a Jewish neighborhood, there's some Jewish people around here, and I was reminded there are people, apparently, because people are losing their jobs all over the United States of America, there's some people that are going to soup kitchens, bread lines, whatever they're called, and it makes me wonder, I think a little bit beyond, outside the box. Jewish people right now, Passover starts on Wednesday. All these Jewish people are throwing away non-kosher for Passover products. A lot of bread, and I know bread isn't healthy, but there's other stuff they're just trash it now, okay? They can't eat it all up before Passover. So it would be great if there weren't all these regulations that Jewish people could just give away their non-kosher for Passover food just out on the streets. I was inspired because I saw there was a homeless man laying in the alley, and someone had left a bunch of, I could tell it was a Jewish person had left. There was rice that was left there, all this stuff that was clearly not kosher for Passover, but they were like, why trash this? Just leave this out for the homeless. So good for them. More people can do that on their own, but it would be great if people could just like set up, not be scared that they get thrown in jail. That's illegal also. So yeah, that's a little bit of beyond Bitcoin. I don't even know when this is good. You might be watching this on Passover for all I know. Okay, finally, I want to give you a Los Angeles little thing. I'm walking today. Today's my walk. I'm walking. Whatever day it may be. And I run basically 5 times a week, 5 days a week. And on my runs, I see a lot. You see so many people from Los Angeles. I mean, I guess I could be considered an Angelino now, because I'm not from here. You know, I got my Orioles and everything. You see so many people walking, and again, I'm a Baltimore guy, really. But that guy just ran a red, too. But that's LA, baby. No, there's so many people that are not from LA originally. They wear all their original sports stuff. They're Green Bay Packers, I just saw earlier. But they consider themselves from LA. I mean, to be from LA, you gotta be from somewhere else, it seems like these days. But what I wanted to point out, what I see on my runs before everybody, it's, you know, besides everyone wearing their football gear from where they're originally from, Los Angeles Clippers stuff. Los Angeles Clippers, I've been here almost 2 months now. Only 5 instances have I seen people with Los Angeles Clippers gear. And they're like one of the best teams in the NBA. It just shows, I don't know. There's some fickle people here. It's Laker town, I guess, and people stick with their original teams too. So, but you know, the Clippers are worth billions of dollars or whatever. The guy paid billions for it, and they're building them a new arena, but nobody wears their stuff. It's that's a little bit of hey, you know, I'm usually ripping on the NBA. NBA, come back, dude. We want some normality. And maybe people will go crazy because they're not getting their NBA. And you know they're going to go crazy in the fall if there's no NFL. By then, I trust Americans enough that they'll be doing what I'm doing. They'll be on the streets being defiant, baby. So pound that freaking like button. Streets of LA. I'll show you what Pink's in a second. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister. See you later.
Is that pink enough for you? Yeah. This is Pink's in Los Angeles. World famous Pink's. I've made jokes about it. That's where I was just filming from. All right, pound that like button, people. World famous. There's Melrose.
Hello, everyone. Last night, my Bitcoin Meister YouTube channel, which had no strikes, was removed without warning because a bootlicking informant complained to YouTube about my April Fool's Day video, which talked a lot about the media-driven coronavirus panic and hysteria. The video can be watched on my BitChute channel. I am proud of it and every video that I have ever made. I stand by everything that I said in that video. I will not be silenced. I will not be compliant and participate in this media manufactured doom panic. Defiance is easy in the Bitcoin overlay. I can't be canceled. Sportsmeister.com has all my audio podcasts. Disruptmeister.com sends you to my BitChute channel. And hungrymeister.com sends you to my backup YouTube channel. You will still get a new show every day. This Week in Bitcoin will be live on Friday at 6 p.m. Baltimore time as scheduled. My TechBalt Twitter account is the best way to stay up to date in the Bitcoin Meister ecosystem. The channel shutdown was not directly because of Bitcoin. It was because of the new normal amongst the 80%ers is to obey the narrative and to try and silence dissenting voices. Personal responsibility is the new counterculture, and the virus panic mass movement members can't stand that some people are not scared and that some people want to be free and productive. This incident shows that those of us who have disconnected ourselves from the mainstream panic prison can't be stopped. Join me in the Bitcoin overlay. The golden age will not be stopped by the fearful. Compete, don't complain. Strong hand, conviction. Fitting in is overrated. Pound that retweet button.
Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to a very special edition, extra edition of the One Bitcoin Show, reality on the streets of Los Angeles on March the 22nd, 2020, when the power-hungry governor and power-hungry mayor and power-hungry everybody is saying for everybody to be inside and that there's something horrible going in. Well, there's Hollywood sign over there. You can see that, everybody. I'm outside doing my thing. This dude is doing his thing because people are not scared. This is actually East Hollywood we're in right now, right near the 101 and Santa Monica Boulevard is right over there, so I'm not... someone's looking at me through the window. I'll be quiet. Hope you guys aren't calling the cops. So yeah, I'm not at my usual location at La Brea over there. But I do want to say to everybody, there are more helicopters out, I can tell you that. But I haven't seen any policemen on the streets or anything like that. I've seen people walking and jogging. Again, I'm in the middle of jogging right now. You can see, you can hear. Listen to it. That is LAPD right up there. That's definitely yeah, that's LAPD. So I guess they're just in the sky and stuff. That's their thing. So for me, I'm impressed. I see people outside living their lives. You should be living your life. If you're a healthy person, there's nothing to worry about. You can wear a mask or whatever you want to do, but be productive. Definitely be productive. You see people driving, it's great. Now, I want to remind everyone to pound that freaking like button right now. After this live clip, you're going to get 2 other tape clips. One of them's from yesterday's show. Please watch Saturday's Beyond Bitcoin show. It was all about this type of thing. Now, can you guys actually see the Hollywood sign? I know I taped from this location at the end of 2018. It was a video called 2018 was a weed out year for Bitcoin or something like that. This is a weed out year for, this is a weed out moment. Are all you people going to just weed out from productivity? Or are you going to stick with your plan? You're going to stick with your system. You stick with your system through all of this. When this is all over, and God willing it's all over very soon, you're going to be very happy. You're not going to be, all the people that become reliant on the government are going to become more and more reliant on the government while you become more and more free, more productive, and have more wealth after this is all over. Anyway, something that I talked about on yesterday's show, pound that like button again. Something I specifically talked about on yesterday's show was Cuomo and Newsom using this situation to gain power, to gain notoriety, to get a one-up on the president. And I said this was to position themselves for the year 2024, that election. They want to run for president in 2024. Now, after that was over, after I completed the video, and it was a long video last night, I started writing down for Sunday's video. I'm like, wait a second, these dudes want to be president now. These dudes want to be president in 2020. They know that there's a good chance Biden, that at a Democratic convention, that it could be an open convention all of a sudden. They can do whatever, they can make up their own rules. If you were a Democrat right now, who would you prefer, Cuomo or Biden? So, sure enough, I wrote that down last night that I'm going to talk about this is a power grab. And again, why, if this was a life or death situation, why would these politicians be trying to position themselves for political power? They'd be trying to really save the people, save the world, etc., etc. These aren't like, they're doing something to do something so they can brag that they did something, so they can show that they're better than the president, and they're better, and that they're better than Biden, and that Cuomo should be drafted right now. Cancel all the elections, and they've canceled all the elections, haven't they? They've canceled the primaries in many states. So at the convention, we'll have a convention still. Of course, it'll only be invite onlys for the convention. It'll be in one little room. We won't have it in the big city anymore. And we'll have an open convention, and anyone can be nominated, and it'll be Cuomo or Newsom. They'll fight it all out, okay? So this is part, I believe probably this is part of what's going on. And sure enough, I wake up this morning, what's the cover of Fox News? President Cuomo is trending. CNN, what's the cover of CNN.com? That Cuomo's doing such a better job than Trump. Oh my God, it's so, I wish I would have come up with the video beforehand, but maybe some of you haven't seen it yet, so now you're seeing Adams talking about it. You're gonna see more and more talking about this President Cuomo nonsense. It's nonsense. Does he care about the people? Does he care about you? No, he doesn't care about you at all. He cares about getting power, shutting down the whole economy. He's still rich if the whole economy gets shut down. When these regular people out here can't make a penny, and then they'll become dependent on him. He'll be their king and savior. Jesus, as they say around here, I guess. Pound that like button. Anyway, so he wants to be Jesus Cuomo. Okay, so just so you understand that. Now, but yeah, the more, and he's saying more and more off there. It's amazing. How does he beat the president? He is making fun of people who are non-compliant. He is shaming people who are non-compliant. I'm non-compliant right now because I'm out here doing a video. He says I'm wrong. I'm wrong for being a healthy young person and telling the truth about what's going on out there. Okay, so this is how he's consolidating power, how he's getting power, how he's going to convince people that he should become president. And people are cheering it all on Twitter. All those virtue signalers out there, these women, save us, Cuomo, President Cuomo, you're doing such a better job. You're doing so great. Lock everyone down. Put martial law on the people. They want him to do martial law. He'll probably talk about martial law. He's bragging about how he shut down the state of New York. Meanwhile, here in the state of California, he's got a pretty twin name, and yeah, Newsom is a prettier man than Cuomo. You got to admit that. He's saying the same stuff. So these two will probably be competing to who could be more authoritarian. So the Democrat, because dude, Biden, who can like Biden now? Logically, Biden's, you see, is an old, worthless man right now when all these other dudes are out there being authoritarian and strong. Biden's going to try to do it, but it would not shock me at all. Democrat convention becomes the Cuomo and Newsom show, and again, they're doing this for themselves. They're not shutting down their states for the people. They're shutting it down to scare the people into getting, so they get this opportunity without voting. They didn't have to go through the whole process. With Tulsi and all those people that went through, they didn't have to go through it at all. So I guess this is part 2 for Beyond Bitcoin, because there's a little, am I talking about Bitcoin at all? I'll talk a little bit about it here. Okay, so the thing I want to add here is the virus panic, and that's what this is. It is a mass movement in the way that Eric Hoffer defined it in the book, The True Believer. I talked about mass movements on a Saturday Beyond Bitcoin show, okay? That is the mass movement of today. People have joined communism mass movement, with the Germans, what they call their mass movement, the National Socialism, horrible, worst movement ever. The people are willing to join any movement, if they're mass movement, if they're scared, if they're desperate, okay? And mass movements need leaders, okay? So Cuomo and Newsom and Garcetti down the street, and even the president are trying to be the leaders of this panic mass movement. This is the mass movement of today is virus panic. Everyone's joining virus panic. Think for yourself. Don't be it's the same thing as joining the Germans in the 1930s. What's going on? Joining that mass movement is what all of you are blindly doing right now. Joining this, and not all of 80% of you, whatever it may be. I don't know the exact numbers, but on social media, it's shameful. It's shameful. All the people that are joining this sickening mass movement that's out there. So. I linked to below Eric Hoffer, True Believer, thoughts on the nature of mass movements. He says, united action and self-sacrifice. That is what mass movements are about. Listen, united action and self-sacrifice. Does that sound familiar? That's exactly what's being asked of everyone today. United action against this silly virus and self-sacrifice. Shut down the whole economy. You could be poor, so some 95-year-old can get on a respirator and maybe might not die. But if you get on a respirator, 90% of the time you die anyway, no matter what you get. Okay? So it's silly to shut down the economy so more people can get on respirators and they're going to die anyway? We've gone through this on many past shows before. It's going to come out there. Keep spreading the word about Carl Denninger. Spread the word about this. But again, mass movements are centered around united action and self-sacrifice. That's what we're in right now. This mindless mass movement, it's looking for a leader right now. You see who's trying to be the leader right now, and it's ridiculous what's going on. And that's it. Hey guys, how you doing? Making a video. You see good, young, healthy people having a good time, being safe. I like it. I like seeing this. People should be out and about walking around. It's awesome. All right, dudes. Don't be a follower. Think for yourself here. This is a time where the mass movement is brewing out there. Hold on to your Bitcoin. Do not panic. Financial markets will probably be a little nasty. They'll keep. No one knows what's going on. So all these traditional finance heads, they just panic. And well, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. If you panic, you are not going to be fine. Stick with your Bitcoin system. Stick long-term thinking, baby. Pound that like button. There'll be another show later today. Stay tuned. Right after this, there's going to be 2 clips you're going to love. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. Remember, subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Check out all the links below. That is it.
Hello, everyone. My name is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister, and I want to reach out to the independent, free-thinking people of the world. Are you tired of the virus panic and the hysteria? Bitcoin gives you panic immunity. Buying Bitcoin is a skin-in-the-game protest against the virus panic and hysteria. The hysteria and rise of authoritarianism is sickening. Teaching young people to be unquestionably compliant and setting an example of blind worship of authority is a much worse sickness than this virus. Bitcoiners are known as people who do not follow the herd. There is an alternative to the herd mentality here in the Bitcoin overlay. I invite you to opt out of hysteria and escape the mainstream panic prison and become an independent Bitcoin thinker. We are living in a golden age. There is so much opportunity in Bitcoin. Do not be blinded by the mainstream doom that dominates social media these days. Are you tired of cancellations and cancelers? Bitcoin never closes. It can't be shut down by even the biggest victim virtue signaler in social media. The Bitcoin halving is in May, and it will not be canceled. Now more than ever, the halving is not priced in. Bitcoin is about being in motion and productive and defiant in an age where many people are encouraging others to shut down and be dependent and compliant. History will remember who remained independent, free-thinking, and refused to conform and truly resisted becoming a compliant bootlicker. Set an example with Bitcoin. Never fear. Strong hand. One day closer to an all-time high. Pound that retweet button. These are all positive developments. You don't hear about the positive developments, though, because that doesn't sell. Positivity does not sell. Positivity does not scare in terms of the media. Positivity doesn't allow you to, flex your muscle as governor so you can run for president in 2024, which I'm sure the governors of California and the governor
the governor of California and the governor and the mayor of LA and the governor of and the governor of New York, they're doing all of this, suggesting all these draconian things that they can't even enforce, first of all, because it's a paper tiger, so that they can run for president in 2024. So if this was the end of the world, why are they positioned? They're doing things to position so women and old people will vote for them in 2024, and they can say, well, I solved the problem. Don't believe, you see, because in 2021, maybe earlier, we're going to see how fake all this stuff was, how there was nothing really to worry about unless you were old and fat. We're going to see how it happened. It started earlier than people say it started. But still, these guys, because if you tell a lie enough, you can get away with it. They'll say they solved the problem. It was because of their actions that they saw that it wasn't as serious, that people didn't die. That's what Cuomo's going to say. That's what Newsom is going to say. That's what whatever the mayor of LA is going to say. That's what they're planning right now. They know this isn't. It's political posturing, and so many people are falling for it. There are people on Twitter that are saying, President Cuomo, President Newsom, look how good President Newsom is doing compared to the real president of the United States. And I don't care. For me, for rational people, who cares what the president of the USA says, the governor of California says? Take care of yourself, create your own plan. That's what this should have been all about anyway. But everyone is defaulting. So many people default to collectivism here. 80%ers galore. It is silly. It is ridiculous. You're seeing it live, dude. You're seeing it freaking live. And so keep on spreading the word on social media, not of panic prison stuff, but of stuff like this that I'm talking about tonight. Solutions and being an independent thinker.